Chapter 25. Rimuru was surrounded by nothing but darkness until he heard screams and cries of terror of countless. For some reason these screams were like metal scraping metal to his ears. He also heard sinister laughter and turned to see Ivaraj and Feldway laughing in his face at the sight of him succumbing to the torment of the screams of those around him. Rimuru, stop it, stop it, stop it. The laughter continued. They presented corpses of his friends as he stared into their lifeless eyes, all killed in separate brutal ways. Ivaraj tossed something in his lap, never ceasing his laughter, and it was the head of Milam. Feldway. Every method of torture to her, even death, wouldn't bring Veldanova back. It looks like all we're left with is the worthless slime. Ivaraj. Give him more credit, he's a proper plaything now, isn't he? Surely we can have fun breaking him. Feldway. Be more precise about it, we don't want him breaking too easily. The laughter continued until Rimuru heard several whispers uttering the same words. Way, don't you save us. Over and over again he heard those words until he heard the corpse of Milam spoke. Milam. Big brother. Rimuru tensed up as his eyes widened. He realized he had another night of terror as he dozed off while Milam was in his lap. She looked up at him with concern in her eyes. Milam, are you okay? You were shaking and muttering in your sleep. Rimuru patted her head. Rimuru, oh, I'm fine, don't worry. I was a fool, lost in fantasy while my people were deceived. Instead of guiding them to the truth, I turned on them like they were nothing. I didn't even have the will to do it myself. Seal and Azrael may have felt some remorse, but it was all my doing. My orders, their burden is mine now, and I'll carry it alone. I won't let anyone who cared for me suffer again. I'll bear the weight of it all because that's what it means to lead. No matter what I must do or who I must become, love me or hate me, I don't care anymore. For the world we deserve, I'll do whatever it takes. Sadly, these nightmares were nothing new. He had them almost daily, to the point where they've even become night terrors about several different unspeakable atrocities happening to those he loved, done by those he hated. But Rimuru was used to faking a smile, especially in front of Milam. Rimuru, in any case, I'd say we've spent enough time here, let's get started. Milam, can't we stay like this a bit longer? Rimuru, it's been long enough, I'm afraid, and anyways the sooner we get started the sooner I'll have more free time. Milam, well, okay. Milam looked concerned, not believing him. It didn't take her Milamai to know something was wrong despite the smile he gave her, but she wasn't as in touch with feelings to know what to do about it. Milam hugged Rimuru from behind, though this was different than usual. It was softer, more comforting. Rimuru. Milam, what are you? Milam. Frey once told me that this helps guys that aren't happy. Is it working? Rimuru. I guess we can stay a bit longer. Milam smiled and kissed Rimuru on the cheek. He turned a bit red. This made her happier. Later on, Rimuru and Milam were flying through the air. Rimuru, you made sure to discuss the plan with them, right? Milam, of course, I did. Honestly, big brother, you worry too much. Rimuru chuckled. Rimuru, you may be right, I tend to be a bit overcautious, but better safe than sorry. It doesn't cost anything to check. On that note, I'd say it's about time you do your part, we're close after all. Milam, right, I hope you watch and are proud, big brother. Those were Milam's last words before she dashed ahead. Rimuru, well, this should be fun. Meanwhile, back at Tempest, Azrael was sitting on top of a tall building in Tempest. Azrael, guard duty can be so boring, and since everyone is still asleep, just a little longer until someone else can take the next shift. I don't even know why we need to bother when a barrier is around town anyway. Master can be so paranoid sometimes. Azrael sighed. Suddenly she seemed aware and looked off into the distance. She saw someone in a hood in the far distance. Azrael, well, just who are you, I wonder? Shizu, you should probably abstain, it's likely a trap. Shizu appeared behind Azrael, but Azrael's focus was still on the mysterious figure, her bloodlust rising. Azrael, I can't make out who that is from here, but their presence is strong and I can sense hostility. I want to go over there, I want to fight them, I want to kill them, I want to eat them. Azrael calmed herself. Azrael, but yeah, you're probably right, it's likely a trap. It's best to just stay and guard the nation. Besides, they're backing off now that they know I noticed them, so they can't be that strong. Azrael stood up. Azrael, either way it's your turn to keep watch, so make sure that nothing gets too close and tell anything that is to leave immediately. Shizu, don't worry, I know the drill. Azrael got down and decided to go to the pantry and find something for her to eat. She recalled something her master told her about, how he apologized for not being able to see her much and left food for her made by him. Azrael blushed at the thought. Azrael, master can be so thoughtful, I am truly unworthy. Meanwhile, Seal was still in the town center, still overseeing the final parts of the harvest festival. Seal, honestly, this wouldn't take so long if master didn't desire that specific method. He must truly desire to feel human again. Chloe, so what's the deal with her? Seal, If you mean Azrael, I assume Master must have told you everything already. Chloe. Yes, but what I don't understand is how she can be as powerful as he claims or why she is the way she is. Seal. Who knows? All I'm certain about is that she's a gluttonous foolish brute who has no concept of self-control and makes it her mission to get in my way constantly. She's a plague on my existence. Chloe. Well, it says something about your fights always leading to draws. Seal glared at her. Seal. Her strength is all she has going for her. If I was allowed to go all out, things would be different. Chloe. Sounds like excuses. Seal. Sounds like a lack of understanding from you. Chloe. Then make me understand, how come you haven't beaten her? Seal. I don't know. Why don't you find out? Chloe. What? Chloe was tackled by Azrael at an incomprehensible speed. Seal smirked. Seal. Sure, I could have told her not to eat Azrael's dinner made specifically by Master, but where's the fun in that? Besides, this means both of my major distractions are out of the way. Chloe had no time to defend herself from Azrael's unyielding rage. She was slammed into the ground. Chloe's world spun in a blur of pain as the first punch landed squarely on her jaw, snapping her head to the side. The force sent her stumbling backward, but there was no time to recover. Another blow followed, this one to her midsection, driving the air from her lungs in a ragged gasp. She doubled over, instinctively trying to protect herself, but the assault was relentless. A knee crashed into her ribs, the sharp crack of bone on bone echoing in her ears, and she dropped to the ground, clutching her side in agony. The cold, unforgiving pavement scraped Chloe's skin as she fell, her vision swimming with a mix of fear and adrenaline. Azrael loomed over her, a shadow of impending violence, and before she could muster any defense, a heavy foot slammed into her stomach, folding her in half like a broken doll. She could taste blood, metallic and bitter, as it cooled in her mouth, her breath coming in shallow, painful gulps. Each kick, each punch, was a jolt of electricity that seared through her nerves, leaving her disoriented and helpless. Her body was a canvas of bruises and cuts, every inch of her a testament to the brutality she was enduring. Chloe's thoughts became a haze of desperation, survival instinct taking over as she tried to crawl away, but the Azrael grabbed her by the collar and hoisted her up, only to send her crashing back down with a final, crushing blow to the temple. The world went dark, the pain fading into nothingness as consciousness slipped away, leaving her in a silent, all-encompassing void. Seal. Up and at 'em, little girl. Chloe opened her eyes to see Seal looking down on her as smug as she could be. Seal. Be grateful I healed your injuries and that's all Azrael did. You'll probably be on her bad side from now on. Best to keep your distance or you might get hurt. Chloe said nothing but simply glared at her. Seal. You're welcome. Best make yourself useful since you're the last to wake up now. Oh, and before you foolishly try and seek revenge, know she's already made her leave with Diablo, Testarossa, and Hume's party to Falmouth, so don't waste your time in your efforts to give yourself another loss. Surely your time can be better spent now. Try not to get in the way as I have something else to do. Seal left to visit a certain room. She sighed to be forced to enter it. She opened the door to reveal a certain lair. As she stood at the front door, she was greeted by the sight of a haven for all things anime, gaming, and pop culture. The room is softly lit by a combination of LED strip lights that change colors, creating an ambient glow that matches the current vibe. Tonight, it's a calming blue. Directly opposite the door, there's a large desk set up with multiple monitors, each displaying different anime scenes, a game, and a wallpaper slideshow of favorite characters. The desk itself is cluttered in an organized chaos. Figurines of iconic anime characters, a mechanical keyboard with RGB backlighting, and a high-end gaming mouse are all within arm's reach. Along the walls, shelves are lined with a vast collection of manga, Blu-rays, and collectibles. A few limited edition items are encased in glass, with spotlights highlighting their significance. To the right, there's a cozy nook with a beanbag chair, perfect for reading manga or watching shows on the wall-mounted TV nearby. Surrounding this area are more posters and wall scrolls featuring favorite anime scenes and characters, each carefully chosen and framed to add to the room's personality. A sleek PC tower, complete with custom cooling and LED lights, sits under the desk, its fans quietly humming as it powers the various devices in the room next to the desk. A small fridge stocked with energy drinks and snacks ensures long gaming or anime watching sessions are uninterrupted. The room strikes a perfect balance between comfort and functionality, reflecting the interests and style of its owner, who in question was lying in a hammock reading yet another manga, seemingly unaware of his visitor. Seal. Of course this is what you were wasting your time on. Veldora. Seal, my to what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? He said as he was hastily hiding the manga. Seal. I came by to make sure that you were making progress in improving yourself as well as confirm you trained your pupil properly. Veldora. Seal, have you no faith in me? Seal, none whatsoever. Veldora looked down. Veldora, you didn't need to be so blunt. Seal, I'll be as honest as I desire to be now, don't waste my time. Seal said as she got closer to Veldora and glared at him. Veldora, of course I did train him like you said, the Harvest Festival should have perfected him as well. Veldora said with his hands up defensively in front of him. Seal, good, no, get out of this room and touch some grass. Veldora, but these new versions of sacred texts Rimuru gave me are interesting. I think he calls them manhwas. I've never had to scroll to read something, surely there can be time for. Ciel's aura darkened, crackling with fiery intensity as her eyes narrowed in icy rage. Ciel, I don't think I heard you correctly, do you mind repeating that? Veldora, I said I'll get on that right away, ma'am. Ciel left the room and slammed the door. She exhaled. Ciel, damned lazy lizard, well, no matter, it won't be long until this tedious task is out of the way. To be continued.